Thank you, Pedro. Appreciate the resub. 35 months, Pedro. That's crazy. Hey, Moon. Yes, it is another Quasel stream. It is another Quasel stream, Moon, so you're right on time for that. Aloha, welcome in the stream. I'm Dr. Iron Chef, and this is STFC Ohana on a Sunday morning. Welcome in. We have two fabulous friends who are here, part of our Ohana. We have Tarpitude and we have Quasel. Welcome in, both of you. Good to see you, Tarpy. I know it's...
Good morning.
How cold is it where you are? Are you in that bitter ice storm?
No, we have actually gotten no rain, well, it wouldn't be rain at this point. We've gotten no snow, we've gotten no ice, but it has warmed up
Awesome.
since yesterday. It's -1, and
-1.
yeah, it's warmed up a whole 25 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Quasar, what is
it's
-1
gross.
in your temperature? Because I don't know how to do the
I
conversions.
always need to yeah, because there isn't even a flat conversion. It's a formula, so I'm always
It's like
using
-10,
my
I
browser.
think.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Tarpy should troll everyone by making an AI persona for these. Have you ever thought, because of course DJs has a cat, I have a shark. Have you ever thought of maybe using a of animal friend to be an avatar?
Yes and no. Some of it is I am lazy. And more of it is I haven't. I could, I guess.
I mean, not a requirement at all. We absolutely love the fish that you slap. I mean, who do you slap? How many people have you slapped with that fish? At
Just
least,
Matters and Juby,
okay.
actually. And I think that tracks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Juby for sure. So
him in person.
Or is
I've
it
actually hit him with a stuffed fish in person.
Or is it just the Canadians? We just take it on the Canadians. Is that kind of what we do?
Well, I mean, correlation versus causation, right?
Yeah, okay.
And we're all, yeah. I think just the correlation between all of the people who have so far deserved fish slaps is the Canadians. But,
Wow.
I'm sure there will be people on that list eventually.
Well, everyone except for Samo, who will be on in about, hour, 50 minutes. But yeah, we'll see her as she celebrates her stream anniversary in a little bit. And welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, Tibbs, for the raid. Welcome into the STFC Ohana. I'm Dr. Iron Chef. And we have the wonderful Tarpitude here, who knows all things spreadsheets. And of course, Quazo, who likes green and likes to see a lot of green, including your nice logo in the background. I'm always impressed when I see that. It's pretty cool that you have your mini-me in the background. So how's everything been going this week, Quazo? I haven't talked to you that much. Well, we have talked a lot, but we haven't talked about much about the game or anything else.
Yeah.
But how are you doing?
Good. Always good. I'm doing good. I'm always doing good. It's a mindset. It's a question of the mindset.
You have such a positive outlook on life. I do appreciate that. I think that's why we're friends. So, no, but I think a lot of what you do and what you think about and talk about is very positive, and that's kind of how we like to be around people. We have a whole bunch of friends here. Of course, Tiberius, MJ Hat, Ace in DC is here. Jimpatu was here a little bit earlier. Kevin and our friend Moon, who likes Giant Iron Chef, which I don't know if the redeem is still up, but hopefully you guys can see the redeem. We have a couple of things to talk about, but more importantly, please stick around. Maybe not, you don't have to be here for the whole stream, but be around when we raid into Samo, celebrating her 4-year stream anniversary. Not stream anniversary, 4-year anniversary in the game. She's been in the game for 4 years, and she has a whole bunch of different things lined up for her birthday celebration and her ascendance into G7 land. Hey, DJs is here. Welcome in. You need cake. We all need cake. What kind of cake do you think Samo would have? Do you think she will actually try a pickle cake?
I have no idea.
I don't even know what a pickle cake would taste like, but I don't know if it's just be anything.
Is it a cake made out of pickles or a cake made in the shape of a pickle? Because I would absolutely eat the latter.
Okay, That makes some that makes a lot of sense. It could be a pickle shaped cake with berries and cream flavoring. That could be the thing that she has. So you will find out soon. Hi, Samuel. How are you going? Let's do a couple of shout outs real quick and then go along. Tarpy, maybe this is a good time. I haven't touched base with you too much about how your trip to Hawaii was. How did everything go? We actually didn't see each other until a few days in. But how did you enjoy Hawaii? Was this your first time here? Was this Strider's first time here?
So Strider grew up on the West Coast, so this was not his first time there, but it was his first time since he was like 8. So you can kind of count it like he'd never been there. And I'd never flown that far that way. So it was my first time on the island as well.
Nice.
So it was, you asked me how cold it was here. So the contrast between there and here is fantastic. So
That's good.
was really, it was this cold when we came back, so I was not thrilled.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was a shock. But the trip was really, really lovely.
Good.
The weather was perfect, and it was wonderful. And this sounds weird for me to say it this way, but it was really wonderful when you apologized when we got there for it being cloudy.
It was cloudy. I was like, and it was cloud. It was raining the whole week before, so I was concerned that you guys wouldn't have any sun at all.
And well, it was, when the rain just ends and you get the really dramatic, really dark gray clouds with a lot of blue sky.
Mhm.
That's exactly what it was when we landed.
Oh.
So it was extra gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
When the plane hit the ground. So it was like, this was, I think it was the opposite of what you were trying to apologize for. And it was just like the best time to show up.
Oh, good.
But like we had originally not planned on renting a car and just kind of Ubering everywhere. And then we realized how not feasible that was. And
yeah,
so
Hawaii is not a place where there's good ways to get around, and everything's more expensive. So I was concerned if you were going to Uber, because that can easily turn into hundreds of dollars of transportation in a day. So
and if you don't know that going in, like that's just one of the things that the locals would know, but the people, if you're not actively trying to like price out an Uber, you're not going to notice that.
Right.
So like we ended up getting a Jeep, and everybody who apparently goes to Hawaii rents Jeeps, but
right.
Which was totally fine. I was fine being the tourist for that, because you took us out of this negative 10-degree weather and you put us in a place where we could take the top off of the Jeep, and we were thrilled.
Yeah.
So we drove around the island for a day. We just kind of vegged out for a day. So it was, we were sad not to get to hang out with you more, but you had to work, and that is totally reasonable. And it actually worked out really nicely that, we had a couple days just to explore, and he was trying to find a tree because he's a plant guy.
So did you go to the any of the gardens, the botanical gardens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can tell I was trying to also find a place where we could take DJs to do Pokemon Go, because there were a lot of Pokestops there.
Right.
But I don't know if you've been there in the last few months or years or however long they've been doing this, but
I haven't. I actually haven't been since I was in, I was a kid in school. So that's why it's cool to hear someone going. I think Dr. Mom has gone because she's a STEM person. but I haven't been in quite a long time.
I get it. I grew up next to Niagara Falls and never do the touristy stuff anymore, so I get it. But at the gate to get in, there's one of the state workers that's there that says, "Do not stop, do not take out a camera, do not film anything until you get to a parking lot." And I was thinking the whole time, oh no, if I bring DJs and his backpack and his cameras and his it's adorable because the shoulder camera that is his point of view camera, I want to get a stuffed parrot for it. I was like, this is not gonna fly for him. So, but yeah, we went to a couple different parking lots, and my husband's a plant biologist, so it was just really interesting seeing the diversity of plants that are there and how they are kind of a halfway between what we saw when we were in Australia and New Zealand and what we have here or in California.
Oh. Did he see anything that he's never seen before?
I did. I don't know if he did. Because so I think he did. So there was a particular type of tree that isn't a palm tree, but it basically looked like somebody took a smudge brush and just like wiped the entire side of a palm tree, and that's the bark on this tree. It was super super soft and just super uniform, and that's just not the type of trees that we usually have. So he was like staring at this tree like, how does this even work, kind of thing. So
hi, Lostin. I know Lostin is in the chat. Let's give him a quick shout out. Congrats on 400 followers. I think Lostin is going to pass all of us by the time he's all said and done. So welcome in. Thanks for joining. One of the things about some of the trees here is that there are some indigenous trees which only exist in Hawaii, and then there are a lot of competing trees that kind of are invasive species, and that's the hard part. Is you have especially when they came over during the whaling period in the 1800s, and they would bring over a whole bunch of different animals and also different plants that are not native to Hawaii, are very much destructive to the environment. And that's the hard thing, is because Hawaii is so isolated that you have these native indigenous plants that exist here that don't have the ability to compete with some of the other plants or animals that come in. You saw the mongooses, the one that Pinky was running after.
Yes, and I was thoroughly confused what it was because I'd never seen one before. So I was like, what is this squirrel and what happened to its tail?
Yeah, it's kind of, to me, it looks more like a ferret. I'm not sure if that's an accurate way, but the mongoose were brought in to the islands to basically, we had all these ships coming in and there were rats on there, and the rats got off the ship and were starting to eat a lot of the nests of birds and being very destructive. So they figured, well, one way to combat it would be to have these mongooses. And then
that's the correct plural, right?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I just call them mongoose, but it probably is mongooses.
Someone to Google.
But they have found out eventually that the rats come out at night, but these mongooses come out during the day. So they never see each other. And then the mongooses, they needed to eat something, so they started eating the birds as well. So that's just one of those things where sometimes if you don't introduce it correctly or understand the nocturnal nature of certain animals, that you run into these issues where you try to solve the problem, but you create another problem at the end. Yeah, mongooses are the slanted plural. Hi, Balabaum. Good to see you. Yeah, I can believe that. There was a cartoon.
I love that.
Yeah. There was a cartoon back in the day with a snake and a mongoose called Ricky Tikki Tavi. I remember that. That's where your nickname came from the show. Oh, cool, Tavi Moza. That's cool. Yeah, of all things, mongoose. A gross of mongoose. It could be Laura Scaron. It could be. I just call them mongooses because it just sounds fun. But I'm pretty sure it's mongoose. So, Lost in. I saw your message. So yeah, if you can, appreciate it. Yeah, Banyan Hills Ghost. Did you guys see any banyan trees? They're these big kind of umbrella trees that cover a lot of shade. It creates a lot of shade around place, and a lot of these are like over 100 years old. You might have been.
Yes.
You were right next to the International Marketplace, I think, when you were here. And so there used to be a big banyan tree over there. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was. I think there was one right on the beach.
Yeah.
And because we stayed on Waikiki Beach for 2 days before moving over to the streamer house that Griffin found that was absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, we saw that one, and I think there were a couple that they put signs on in the Botanic Gardens.
Okay.
So I know I'm sounding a little wishy-washy about a tree that's massive and like that kind of thing, but there was so much new stuff for me that I'm having kind of a hard time splitting that new type of tree apart from other types of new stuff, if that makes sense.
No. The banyan tree, because they're so old here and they actually, are around for many, many years. People actually come back and they have like their favorite trees and, they go there to have picnics. Unfortunately, a lot of what happened in Lahaina was one of the things. There was this banyan tree that was there, and it did get torched during the fires there. But those things are pretty stout, and it's slowly, with some love and care, it's slowly starting to regrow. And even though it was one of those things where the fires kind of wiped most of the town out, that tree is a symbol of Lahaina's regrowth and rebuilding. And so it's kind of neat to see a lot of these trees. The hard part is that when they're so old and they're so big and they fall over, that's when you worry that it's going to hurt somebody or whatnot. And that happens every once in a while. You have these big trees and people are just enjoying their time with their families, and then either the branches fall or the tree itself topples over, which is just horrible when you have to hear those stories. But it happens every once in a while because they're so old. So,
but okay, so how did you feel to have a bunch of STFC people just kind of converge on your home?
Well, actually,
and by home I mean your island. But.
Yeah, let me do something real quick because we have a dear friend to myself and the rest of the community. Welcome in, Lost In. Thanks for being here, stopping by. I see you are in your control center over there.
My control center, courtesy of NetNiv.
Oh, is that NetNiv? NetNiv made that for you? That's awesome.
NetNiv made that. Yeah, isn't that awesome? And I did my Coke Zero opening, which is sort of, I guess, my calling card at this point.
Oh wait, you gotta replay it because I don't know if people saw it.
Oh no, I just did it near the mic.
So oh, okay.
But that was you with the pop pen.
Yeah, that was me opening a Coke Zero.
Oh, I see. Yeah, thanks for being here.
During every intro. Yeah, what's going on, man? How's it going?
It's good. We're just talking a little bit of Hawaii. Have you ever been to Hawaii, Quaso or Lost In?
I've been once.
No.
Yeah, no. It's beautiful. Actually, I've been twice. Went twice. Both times for work. So good excuse to get paid to go there, but then you stay longer. It's nice.
And #Blaine Coke Zero. What's wrong with Coke Zero? Oh, it's the XERO. XERO. So, awesome. The thing is, it's so hard to get people out here for conventions. I'm not sure if you were here for a convention or for something else, but the only ones that really are kind of prolific nowadays, especially post-pandemic, is medical personnel. There are a lot of conventions here for those in the medical field or vendors or whatnot, but we don't get a lot of other conventioneers that come down here. But
well, the medical conventions are sort of like a circular scam. So hospitals give doctors like an allowance for like medical education, and then like the companies will throw these ridiculous things in nice places and then get lots of vendors to put up advertising. So everybody's like paying for this, and then the doctors go pretty cheaply. So when there's a conference in Hawaii, all of a sudden everybody has something that they need to talk about at the conference. And
it's exactly the same in my field, and I'm not that kind of doctor. My boss went there a few times while I was in my PhD program, and she was like, yeah, I got paid to go to Hawaii, but I never went outside.
Oh,
well, so the last one I went to, they were really smart. They started at 6 a.m. and ended at 2 because they figured everybody was going to bail anyway. So they might as well, give people the afternoon to do what they wanted to do.
Well, that and time zones.
So that would
have been a normal time.
Yeah.
And then I think we stayed an extra 4 or 5 days. So like we went to the Pearl Harbor Memorial. We went to the volcano on the Big Island. And we just kind of like poked around a little bit. I did some scuba diving. And so it's beautiful.
Oh, we went scuba diving. Paradise. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
All of you are, if you ever come back, and then Quazo, if you do come, you're always welcome, to contact me, and then we'll go and do stuff, because it's always fun. To answer your question, Tarpi, it is always fun to meet people from the STFC community. It's a wonderful community. I really enjoy it. A lot of my closest friends are in the community, if you would believe that. So, I was so thrilled. I know it's a long flight for everybody, and so that was my biggest concern was, coming out. And I actually didn't think we would actually get to the point where we did this whole cook-off, because it was just the original idea, Tarpi, was that we're just going to do a virtual cook-off and just kind of compete against each other and maybe have our kids judge the meals. But then it turned into this whole big thing. And it was a lot of fun. So just be able to hang out with people, that are in the community, but hang out with friends. And I consider all of you, my friends. It's just wonderful. I couldn't be more thrilled. I would never think anyone would come out and visit. Warp Drive 5 has talked about doing something here, but we just never have had a chance to plan something here as well. And we're going to have to do that in the future. But it was great. What was your highlight of when we're all together? If you were to pick one or two things, Tarpi.
Thanks,
Lawson.
There were so many fun moments. There are so many. Honestly, walking around the grocery store with you and interacting, getting to hang out with you just on your own. Because one of the things with these kind of group things is you always want to hang out with as many people as you can. So getting to actually just kind of hang out with you was really cool.
Oh. That's so nice. Thank you. I did it as well. And that's why I was kind of pushing for maybe doing it instead of 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So we could actually have a little bit more dialogue. But I was trying to find my ingredients more than anything else.
But I was trying to ask you kind of subtle questions during that, because it's I'm just your average like white lady. So just whenever I can go learn from someone about their culture and about what they're doing is something really important to me. And so I was trying to ask you questions along those lines while you were shopping.
I probably was like ignoring you because I was like, I need to get these mushrooms.
No, you did great. You did great. And so it was like people were asking you about the rice that you ate and how much rice you ate and that kind of thing. But it's like that's for a lot of us around here, we eat a lot more pasta or we eat a lot of potatoes because rice is not part of our culture. So I loved that experience, and then just the interplay between us and DJs and Griffin in the store was great too. And I think one of my favorite moments, and I don't remember if this was on stream or if it was right before we started streaming on Saturday morning, was the first time that DJs put the tens unit on, and he turned it on, and you could tell that it was a little bit more than he expected. And he swore and kind of jumped about 5 feet.
It's on camera. That one was on camera, I think.
Okay. And it was like, that was the desired effect. But yeah, I could tell. So like just a lot of moments like that throughout the weekend. And I think the last thing that I want to talk about was how so Pinky, your daughter is a fantastic person.
And
you can tell that she is very much like both of her parents, just a wonderful human being. And
she puts on a good show then.
Well, I mean, I'm not her parents, right? So it's like she's always going to be different around people that aren't her parents. And but like she'd never physically met any of us before. And I remember being a teenage girl and just how weird it is being the youngest person in a room around a bunch of adults. And she did a phenomenal job doing all of her camera stuff and just hanging out with a bunch of adults. And like, it was so cool to get to meet her. So.
Well, all of you were super kind, to her and very welcoming and, engaged with her. And we're Dr. Mom and I were so thankful to all of you because that's the thing, right? It's like she was there. She really wanted to meet DJs. I mean, like Dr. Mom almost, I don't know if I told any of you this. Dr. Mom was almost like ready to to lose it because she got home from school and she was like, when are we going to go? When are we going to go? When are we going to meet DJs? When are we going to go? It was like that. It was like that the whole time, including the hour drive it was to get to the house. And she was just like, I want to meet him. Because it's been, I think Oliver was 7 and Pinky was 10. When they first started playing Among Us. That was about 3.5 years ago. Actually, maybe a little bit less. It was Thanksgiving, I think, over 3 years ago. And that's when she got to meet DJs. And the DJs was just so welcoming and kind and just allowing her to play with the rest of the group. And so ever since then, she has wanted to kind of meet everybody. And she's asked about it. And we didn't tell her because we were just like, we don't want to have her be so anxious when she's starting her first week of school back. But then we told her like, DJs is landing pretty soon. And she wanted to go to the airport and it was going to be super late.
Aww. And
everything else. So it was one of those things where she was just anxious the whole day in school. And just as soon as school was out, she wanted to meet everybody. So no, she didn't disappoint she wasn't disappointed by me. She really really enjoyed it. Got to meet Tarpey. Dr. Mom really wanted to spend more time with you, Tarpey. She just was like, the timing wasn't correct because brother had some events and she was trying to get everything kind of wrapped up for her. For her classes and everything else, but she really wanted to talk to you more. And I think that's because
I would love that.
No, I think that's because she really appreciates people that are high level thinkers, and I think she even mentioned like it was just like, oh, she's super smart. You can just tell, and that's the type of interaction she really enjoys, and it was one of those things. It was just a busy weekend. Brother was upset too that he couldn't swing it with his friend group and his Pokemon card show and his homework to be able to come out. But because even when we went Pokemon hunting, he was like, I'm just socially exhausted right now. So he needed to take a break after all of his other events during the weekend. But yeah, thank you thank you DJs for including the family. They were super happy to be there, and Dr. Mom was super thrilled that she got a small chance to come out because she wasn't even sure if she was going to be able to make it out with everything going on. So ads, I'm sorry, I think we snoozed enough of the ads that we couldn't get on. Okay, so behind the scenes, behind the camera, behind all the other things, we're doing the show. And then all of a sudden, there's all these subs that come in from Lost In and other people. What was in your head when you heard that we were going to actually do this little stunt with DJs and having him being hooked up to the unit? What was in your head? What was your first reaction? And then what was your this is how I'm going to plan out this next hour and a half? Was there any thought that went into this? Electrocution. Lost in. Was there any thought of what was going on? What was your initial thoughts?
I mean, it's a good bit, and I was like, well, let's see how far we can push it. Part of what I like is when the community gets involved.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, I have fun with all this stuff, but what's really fun is when other people like join in on it and contribute. So it was it was funny, and then it's just sort of like how far are we going to push it before he sort of caves.
Yeah.
But the only thing I felt a little bit bad about was it kind of got in the way of the cooking, and then poor Beck had to try it.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, her face
was awesome.
when she was trying the PJ's food.
Trying so hard to be nice.
To in defense of DJs, we needed more time to cook, and that would have been a thing. But obviously, it wouldn't have been as funny if that was the case. Never back down, never surrender. That was the line. I gotta clip that line. Is it has character, because that was a very nice way to explain the dishes that Beck was sampling. So yeah, but it was needed more time. I mean, the oven it takes a while to heat up, and we were kind of bumping into each other because I had something on the stove. He had stuff on the stove as well. And I was trying. That's why I brought the griddles, because I knew that there was probably not going to be enough stovetop space. I can't even imagine trying to.
Brilliant.
I can't even imagine trying to cook.
Brilliant.
No, it was self-protection, because I kind of knew that it would be a little bit more messy if we didn't have extra cooking surfaces. So, but yeah, I think that's one of the things is we probably, like Lawson said, we probably needed a little bit more time to cook everything, because that wasn't fair. I mean, in all reality, I'll take the win, but that wasn't really fair for DJs for sure.
Yeah.
So.
I think next time we'll have to what they do on the actual Top Chef or some of those cooking competitions is they actually start them with a big pot of boiling water, and they start with the oven on sometimes. So that would have been something to think about. Yeah, I think the timing worked.
Yeah.
Like DJ said, he only needed more time for his cooking. But more time would have meant more electric shock. So.
That could have been it too.
Yeah.
There's a plus minus.
There is.
And we never saw that game you had planned for, because nobody kind of went for it.
Yeah, no one. That's what we got to figure out next time, because we had a game Pinky was going to play, but no one chose to donate the bits after the first one. So we got to figure out when the next cooking competition is. And DJs, let's do one. I'm gonna push, and it doesn't have to necessarily be here. It could be at Griffin's Pergola. I think he volunteered his pergola for a cooking competition as well. So we could do that, and then we could head over to Disney. You guys are all going to be there in a little bit, but before we get to that, Quaso, do you cook at all? You seem like you might be a fancy chef in the kitchen.
I mean, I can cook. I not very often do it, but yeah, I mean, I can. Some things I can do quite well. And I know, at least I know my way around the kitchen. But luckily, somebody else cooks here most of the time. So
somebody else cooks here most of the time. Is their favorite color green by any chance, or?
No,
that's not the one.
That's not my graphic designer.
Oh, that's a graphic designer. Okay.
The green happened.
Okay.
Yeah, my favorite color is more like the brighter and orange and stuff like that. But I love all colors. But the green started kind of because we searched for design based on Elkar's, and she researched it because she did never watch Star Trek or has anything to do with the game. But she said, "Oh wait, I found a version, an older one from the Enterprise. They use green. We're gonna use that because I like that." So, and that's how the green happened. So there is a real world basis on serious based reason why there is a green.
Oh, Red Alert, whose face is under attack.
Sometimes things just happen, and then Nigel fell in love with green for whatever reason. Here we are.
No, I think if we have some kind of get together or cooking event, you should join in too. we gotta get you involved for sure. Hi, CDV. Green is the best. Yes, it is. Well, welcome in as well.
Bring in some European flavor to your cooking and stuff, because that's very different in lots of things.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that's my extent of cooking is local mocos. I don't do well with much other stuff than that. I make a green bean casserole.
Play to your strength.
Yeah, that was playing to my strength. Although the backup plan was going to be something similar. We were going to do gravy burgers, just like hamburgers covered in gravy. But that was the backup plan. But I think the local moco was a little bit more TV ready than the gravy burgers. So,
I mean,
no, Quaso?
You might have won with anything you would have produced compared to DJs being distracted. I mean, I mean, it's hard being electrocuted every few minutes and then keeping on track, and then him being him. It's been no surprise.
Well, I think the way for him to for DJs to have cooked the piece of burn, and we're not talking about the smell. The way for him to have cooked the vegetables was to hold the vegetables while he was hooked up to the unit and then turn it on, and then the vegetables would have been cooked. Right? It just would have been ready. So, but yeah, thank you, Tarpy. Thank you, DJs, for being so willing to do all that kind of stuff. And I hope it was something that you enjoyed. And we want to see if there's a way for you to come back to Hawaii one time and take you around the island, see the sights, because you were you were on the ground for less than 72 hours and you didn't even get to see, a quarter of the things that are available here. So we want to make sure that you and your family, anytime, your Ohana is welcome here, as the rest of the STFC community and the Talking Truck team. So if anyone comes down to Hawaii, just contact me, and then we'll see what we can do to make your stay just enjoyable and whatnot. So you literally just ate a can of beefaroni.
Should we post your address, Chef?
Yeah, we can do that.
So people know where to go.
Yeah, we can do that. And you can send cheesecake as well. How is the cheesecake? You are Quasel.
I'm still alive.
You're still alive.
It's good. It's really good. The whole so it arrives, right, and I open it up, and my daughter goes, "It smells like cinnamon. You can't eat it." And I'm like, "What do you mean I can't eat it?" And she said, "Well, that's what people add to things to hide the smell of poison."
Yeah.
Where do you get this from? And so she said, you can't eat something somebody on the internet made. I mean, she's actually like totally right.
Right.
So then I had a piece, and then, which was really good, by the way. I got to say, it's good. And then the next day, my wife comes in. She's like, "What's this?" And then I'm like, it's a cheesecake. And she's like, "Where did it come from?" I go, "Somebody from Stream sent it." And she goes, "You can't eat that." I go, "It's good. I'm going to eat it." And she goes, "Well, no one else is allowed to touch it." She's like made a rule in the house that no one else is allowed to eat it.
Did she put like caution tape around the whole thing and like don't eat?
But everyone in the house is convinced it's poisonous, but it's actually pretty damn good.
And how did your daughter learn this trick or this tip about cinnamon?
Oh, I'm sure from TikTok or something. I don't know. But she was convinced. I'm like, "What's your source?" She's like, "Oh, I just know."
Yeah, no, that's she is.
Where does this come from?
I just know.
You're so funny.
Yeah. I mean, it is good that she's like worried about this stuff, and she's not like, "Oh yeah, sure, just take that, whatever." But anyway, I braved it, and it was very good.
Awesome. Yeah, my son is kind of the same way. It's like if he thinks there's something suspicious or something not right, he will insist that you don't do that thing, or don't eat something. So, but he's very convinced that is the truth, and there's no convincing him otherwise for that. So
and that's the way you have to be, though. I mean, that's good. But I mean, I did watch it get made.
Oh, that's true.
I watched what went into it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but you don't know what happened to it afterwards. So I mean, you never know.
But that, I mean,
it's good to know you.
Honestly, wait. DJ says it's actually good to your daughter being aware and using good smart. Because honestly, this was a terrible message for young people. So
I will say, she's been listening to DJs in my car for years now.
Oh yeah,
it's like the podcasts we're on, and when I was driving places. And she gets a kick out of it every time he says "Lost Time." She's like, "Oh my God, he called you out."
No, that's true. Pinky is like the same way. And like if there's any mention, like when we're listening of her name, she's like just so thrilled and everything. So it's one of those things. The nice thing about this community, it's not just like us as the adults, but it's turning out to be like the kids are digging it as well and being involved in the whole thing. I think Pinky is around the same age as your daughter. I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, she's my daughter's 13. So,
yeah, Pinky is as well. So
yeah.
So
she does mock my viewer count though.
No, she doesn't. Does she do that? Okay, so before we started the YouTube channel, before we started Aloha Diz, Pinky, when she was 8, somehow when she was 8, she created her own YouTube channel, on my account. And so she was running this YouTube channel. And I didn't realize that she had like over 1,000 subscribers by the time I found out about it. And she was like 9 at the time. So I was like, how did you get all these subscribers? And she said, oh, I'm just posting these shorts because shorts was kind of the new thing at the time. So when we started our YouTube channel and we did our first video, she decided to let us know in no uncertain terms that we're doing everything wrong and that we need to do these things to get more views. So I actually put her in charge of the whole thing when we first started the channel, and she did a great job with that. And then she got very jealous that we had more subscribers than her. but I mean,
having met her, I can totally see that too, and it just makes it better.
The funny thing is, I don't know how I seriously still don't know how people get views on YouTube. It's like there was like videos, like shorts she would do, which would be like just silly things, and there would be 35,000 views on it. And I was like, what? I was showing it to Samuel and Tibbs and Scribbler, and they were like, what is this? We couldn't figure out what exactly she was doing. It was just like drawings and scribbles on a thing, and then people were like watching it. Like 35,000 people watched it in like a couple of days.
Well, remember when like early there was that woman that would open up those toy eggs on YouTube, and she had like millions of followers, and it was just like a camera on her hands, and she would just talk about these little toys inside the eggs.
Yeah. Okay, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
My kids used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, my kids too.
Like kids would find that stuff, and they just they're like, click subscribe.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, Oliver has so 2,000 subs. Yeah, I think it's crazy. They do so well with the technology and the medium, but I still haven't figured out how it works. So I just put her kind of in charge of running the channel because she does a much better. And you know what the weird thing is? She doesn't keep the videos on her channel. She had like hundreds of shorts, and then she deleted them all because she didn't. I guess it was like she didn't really like them, so she lost all those views in a sense. But then she started creating more stuff, and then it keeps on cycling like that. So I don't know. I don't know when she has the time to do this, but obviously it's a thing for her. So, but yeah, shorts are the way to go. I haven't done a very good job of doing my shorts, but that's something that's important. I am thinking your volume is low. Is Lawson's volume low? I gotta boost it up a little bit.
Am I quiet?
No, I had your microphone, your input low. So sorry about that. I think that one is
prophylactically turn me down just in case.
I can do that. Yeah.
I moved the mic a little closer. I don't know if that's better.
Yeah, I think that works. So no, good job. But yeah. Sorry, we're already almost an hour in, and we haven't really talked about the game. It is the end of the arc. We are coming up among many things dealing with the interim schedule. There's a blog post that came out kind of explaining things. Kudos to the comms team over there for getting the information out to us quickly. There's a lot of events coming up next week. But before we even get into that, let's kind of wrap up the arc and kind of maybe say some things about it. Out of all the things that have come out this arc, is there anything that were super positive for you, whether it was the new ship, the officers, any kind of structures in the game, including the challenge track? Was there anything that really stood out for you that you really liked this month? And we'll probably start off with Quasel to give him, because we've been talking about other things a lot. But Quasel, thank you for being here. But yeah, is there anything in this arc that you really, really like? You are Mr. Positive. You know things behind the scenes in terms of how things operate. What was a highlight for you this month?
I don't really have a big highlight. It's been solid. It worked. It's less effort because killing 10 hostiles and 5 more for the Excelsior. It's not a lot of work, kind of, and I like that kind of because we have a lot of stuff to do anyway in the game, and that's about it. I think. I mean, there's a lot of controversial ongoing about the track, but that's a whole different conversation. but I found it solid. It worked. Of course, we had a little bit of lag lately. That's my fault, according to Ref.
It's your fault. Okay. We have to blame somebody.
Because I was so positive about because I was so positive about, especially in Europe, these months, the service being quite stable, at least for me. And but that's about it. I think because the rest is, the office is okay. The ship is okay. It's not really something like, oh, it's so great. I don't know. At least, solid.
Oh, nice. Lawson, what do you think of this month? Anything stood out for you? Anything that was good, bad?
It was a little bit of a vanilla month, I would say. The good parts, there was nothing terrible. There wasn't anything totally game breaking. I mean, I think the only game breaking thing that affected play was the whole thing with surges. The ship does what it says. What I really like about it is the dailies are based on the ship tier, not your ops level. So there's not that pressure to either sort of like try and maneuver around the requirement of the ship to actually get it done.
Oh, did we lose Lawson? Is he must be in the bad weather. Oh, we lost Lawson. We lost Lawson. Oh no. Hopefully he comes back soon. Lost out. We lost out. We lost out on Lawson. Is that what it is? I'm sure he'll be back in a second. Tarpy, was there anything that you saw in the game that you really liked?
So I like the challenge of the new hostels. So I thought it was a good balance. And I want to agree with both Quazzle and with Lawson, where it was kind of a vanilla month where there wasn't a heck of a lot, but it didn't not work. Like we didn't have like the giant lag, or we didn't have the stuff didn't work. I think they're having a little bit of like continuity issues with the hostels spawning, but I liked that things worked, and I liked that the challenge track was in fact that, and it's going to evolve as people ops up and get new ships. Different things will be a challenge as they get through different parts. So I actually really liked that, because it's not just a kill 5 things and your daily is done, as much as it really is just kill 5 things and your daily is done.
Right. Welcome to the stage. Another good friend, Netniv is here. Good to see you, Netniv. Thanks for joining us. I saw some pictures of you dismantling or putting together some things. Or you might just be muted so yet. But we'll welcome in a little bit, and hopefully Lawson is not lost out anymore. As far as did you find the hostiles this month? Did you weren't able to punch up at all then with your ships? Either one of you.
Which one of us?
Okay. Either one of you. Were any of you able to punch up with your ships or with your crews?
For me, I was able to, at least to 73, so that's one level up for most of those hostiles, not all of them. But then I have tier 4 Vengeance now and maxed Epic and Cube, so that's a whole different story. But there is a substantial step up between ops generations and targets. So it kind of forces you to have properly built out ships and crew. So it's a challenge, and some are struggling with it. But yeah, I mean, I like it because it makes it more interesting, figuring stuff out and tinkering with crews. Yeah, I don't know. I think Netniv had a little bit of issues at first. If you speak,
Netniv, very nice Aloha shirt there. So, and then, welcome back, Lawson. Not lost out.
I'm found out again.
Okay, very good, very good. Please stay safe during the storm as well. I know you're probably getting hit with a lot of snow. Netnev, welcome. We're talking about this month and anything you really liked about this month. Oh no, it's the microphone not working.
Yeah, it seems today technical issues. So maybe Tarpi can chime in. How was it for you?
I'm back.
I had a harder time punching up, but I have a mid-tier G6 Epic, and there is a big jump between the 71s and the 72s. So, like, another thing I kind of low-key appreciate about this arc is it's now another one of those, okay, am I ready to go on to the next ops? Because can my current ships hit the next level up? And we haven't had kind of a benchmark like that. So I had a hard time and I'm like, okay, I guess I shouldn't go to 72. So I thought that was good though.
Yeah, there's that
Can you hear me now?
That kind of restriction because of your ships being able to kill hostiles at your ops level, which it's a focus this month, right? Because it specifically said kill your ships at your ops level. They didn't call out like a ship at for me 71 or 72. It was basically whatever your ops level is, you should be able to kill those ships. Netnev, your microphone seemed to be working.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Sorry.
Hey, no, welcome in.
Yeah, she did see a picture of my parts because I broke my laptop on Friday and I had to order a new one, which I was just repairing before you.
Wait, what did you just say?
Gotta clip that one.
Is already in the clip section.
Oh no, I see it.
Oh yeah. I had to screw it a bit, and I wasn't connecting quite right, and it was hard work. And I'm now actually having run upstairs to have another go. I'm all hot and sweaty as well, so
this is why we stopped streaming on YouTube. So, I have been editing video like crazy for YouTube. We used to simulcast, and it was a lot more difficult to edit everything. So I've been editing it offline and then reposting it. So, including if you'd like to view our wonderful Aulani visit with DJs and Griffin, it is now available on aloadiz.com in its edited version. So there was no going over to the Four Seasons and anything else. So,
I can't imagine why you would cut that part out.
Yeah, I don't know as well. It was we have restrictions from Disney to only show Disney stuff. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Netnev. So anything from this month you really, really enjoyed? Anything from the features or the officers or anything else that you thought were really good this month?
I can't think of anything that's sticking out at the minute, but my head has been just in tech mode, so not game mode. I will say, for the most part, the game seems to have been stable, which is a good thing. I know the US has probably had a little bit of a hiccup or two this last week or so, but other than that, for the most part, it's been okay. I am curious about the update that didn't happen, which was the buff date, but hopefully we'll find out about that in due course, because I was really looking forward to that. Because the idea of being able to just apply your buffs was something I was looking forward to.
I mean, we maybe should actually call that out, because that may be the first time in Scopely history where they QA'd something, decided it was broken, and didn't release it. I mean, I'm sad that it didn't work, and it seemed there must have been some major problem with it. But hey, kudos to the QA team. I mean, it may be a first.
Well, yeah. I think they pulled it the day before or so, and The
It might have
comms
been
were a
the day
little lacking
of.
at first, but they did eventually get
yeah.
that out there. No, yeah, it was the night before for me because I was asking them to make sure that something was said about it, and they did put out some nice comms. We don't know why it was pulled or anything, so we can't give you any more info. But yeah, I'm curious, and it was good that they tested it beforehand, and we didn't, come back from maintenance with everything's broken or things like that.
Yep.
Probably the only thing I am slightly saddened that they actually were on the ball with this time around is the update to the timer of the challenge track, because I made use of that this week.
They left it just long enough for everyone to know that it worked.
Right.
we could do all the math. We figured that out. It worked, and then they pulled it.
The good thing about them.
But the good news is we found out they can fix timers.
Well, that's true.
Yep. And we found out another thing today. Lost in purchase the Elite Battle Pass, Elite the legendary thingy, and it immediately procced the new daily. So it seems that's fixed too.
I had to restart, but yeah, it worked. I did it on stream. I bought it.
I was going to say
after the reset, and didn't have enough time.
So you don't need to wait for the reset yet.
And then logged off and logged back in, and it was there. So.
Oh, so you can still purchase it today if you didn't purchase it before reset. Is that?
That's well. So
yes.
For me,
for you,
a single case. After reset happened, I did my dailies. I realized there was 22 hours left before the whole thing ended. I went to the store. I bought the $20 pack to do the last thing. It wasn't in my dailies. I realized that I'd done it after reset, was a little worried about it, logged out of the game, logged back in. It was there. I did it, got the points, got my 20 shards. So it seems to work.
Okay.
But I mean, I wouldn't encourage people to do what I did there. Just buy it before reset. But if you're going to buy it, yeah.
The worst thing that can happen is they have it for next week because you get kind of hidden token, and if then the track procs tomorrow or for you in the evening or whatever, then you just have it for the next week if you do all the tasks then. So
yeah, so you don't actually, I guess you wouldn't actually lose the money. You just wouldn't, you wouldn't get it. You'd be a week behind.
Thank you, Welsh Warlock. So you did do that last week as well. Okay, so it's been fixed. I didn't realize that. So, okay, because I haven't done the legendary this week. I might be short, so I was kind of worried. But I might, if I'm able to have the points to do that, I might just do that. Tarpy, I know DJs went on lurk, but before I forget, so I went over to. This might be an issue. I went over. I'm looking at the video right now. They have restricted my video because there's copyright audio on there. You know where the copyright audio is coming from? It's coming from.
What?
It's coming from the lost connection screen. You know, the music that plays when the bitrate drops.
Really?
So I have
that's supposed to be.
Ooh.
That's supposed to be non-copywritten.
I know,
like,
but it is showing like 3 different sections where it dropped out on my video. And it could be because I don't own the license. But DJs might have the license. So he can clear it, but I don't, because I was using his equipment. It's flagging it as copyright. So it's restricting it right now.
Oh goodness. How do you want me to message him? Do you want? What do you want me to do?
Just to remind me to talk to him about it. It might be okay for him.
Okay.
And but if he's not monetizing the YouTube stuff, then it's not going to flag it. But I turn on the monetization on there, so that's why I flagged it, and it's restricting it in certain countries.
I think he monetizes his YouTube, but I don't think he makes much money off of it. So I don't.
Yeah, YouTube is very hard to make money off of. Twitch is where it's at, especially when you have people like Lost in donating subs to DJ's channel. So I think, and everyone else's channel for that matter. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I just remind me that to bring it up sometime. So yeah,
Okay.
the streamer life. Yeah, these are things behind the scene that just kind of is interesting. So I'm trying to edit it, but it's saying 11 hours left. So this is why I don't. Okay, so we're mentioning it earlier. This is why we don't live stream. No, okay. Wait. Hold on a second. That was not to donate here, Lost In. But thank you. But that was not the thing. It was more to give kudos to you, and to show the difference between Twitch and YouTube. Thank you.
Aww.
Are you talking, Austin? You're muted.
So I have a question for you guys about the challenge track.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be better for them to keep Uhura in there permanently, or do you think it's better for them to switch up the officer in that track every few months? Like if we had a pie in the sky goal for Scopely to do, which one do you think would be better?
I would say it's better to change it because people will eventually get all of it. So it'll become useless to them, effectively, because getting the officer charge is one of the big parts of that.
Yeah.
The thing is, it only works if they add permanent sourcing for her somewhere else, because people that are yet not there, 51 plus, what would they do? How do they get Uhura? How get people Uhura that start now and need her later? How is about people that didn't buy the ship or the legendary track? They only get 10 shards per week, so they need at least 3 months to even unlock her. What about tiering her? There's a bunch of questions that comes with them swapping it around. I mean, I'm fine with that, swapping them around, but then as soon as they swap, there need to be a different kind of sourcing for the officer swapped out.
Yeah. And then, I like the idea.
Tibbs.
Yeah.
What Tibbs is
the first 6 months
is
yeah.
Yeah. And then she's likely to end up in the Ferengi store anyway. So, they do change the sourcing around a bit more now than they used to. Like everything used to be very, very static. But they have started to do a bit more rotation on things, like whether it's the Alliance tournaments, for things in there or things in the Ferengi store. So, yeah, I think they should rotate it. I don't think it. I did say Lost In, your mic was musing. But yeah, I think you're right. I think they should change it.
Yeah,
I expect them to change it.
Yeah.
I think they should change it, and they should put whichever officer is in it into the store with the tokens.
Mm.
When you put an officer into that officer depot tokens, then I think you can switch it out. But it'll take like 5 years to max her just with that.
Right.
Yeah.
People in the chat are saying depends on the sourcing. Maybe switch it not every month, but Newsom says quarterly. If it goes into another source, I think that's the thing. What jokes were you telling, Lost In?
I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm always telling jokes. I'm always funny.
There you go.
Are they able to be on this channel?
I think the channel auto-modded the mute.
The mute just did that. Thank you, Welsh Warlock, for the 50 bits.
The more interesting question is, do you think they will change the scoring for the track based on new features? Because
I don't think so.
I think it'll stay the same.
I
if you look at the Wave Battle Pass, it's still got Wave officers in it. It still has the same officers in it, and it's been a while. So I would bet that it stays pretty similar. I think it would be interesting if they switched it out, but you'd have to provide sourcing, because it would be totally unfair for someone who spent 100 days getting it free to play and then starts doing the challenge track, and then they pull it before you get the officer sourced, would just be really, really annoying. And that would be quarterly, right? Because it's what 100 days, so that's 3 months just to get the ship. So if you switched it out quarterly, the people that just get the ship wouldn't get much sourcing at all. But I do think they could put if they want to put Uhura in the Officer Depot tokens and then put a new officer there, I think that would be great. But I think history would suggest that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of then even more loading up officer tokens with options, and depot token sourcing has kind of gone a little bit down, I feel, but I don't know, maybe that's just my feeling. And it
right.
would kind of remove the benefit for the free-to-play players to unlock the ship. So it's kind of a tricky thing. I have no idea where they're going with it.
You know what would be good if they have the officer depot tokens, but they create another sourcing method for different officers to concentrate their distribution to players. Because like even with our original officer pulls, it's not the same as with the office depot token. So or for the transfer patterns, right? So you have many different ways to source different groups of officers. It might be time in year 8 even to have another sourcing option for those officers, including some of the officers that come out in 2026.
I will say the officer Uhura, that below deck ability is very potent. At max tier, 50% isolated cascade. Not just isolated damage, but cascade is a pretty good below deck ability. So I think she's worth getting. And I hope they don't take her out. I'm looking forward to continuous sourcing of Uhura for the next however many weeks. And paying the $20 pack. So it's a good financial.
You mean you won't have her? You mean you won't have her maxed up there next week on your free-to-play model?
I tried to, but I couldn't generate a pack with the power of my mind that gave me enough shards. So I'm stuck with the weekly $20 pack, creating that for free, totally free to play.
Free to play.
Totally free to play.
I mean, she's similar to Savick and Nurse, but she works on Outpost. So it's another addition. So that's always good to have options for more than one ship or for outposts. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought the augment store last year was a really good addition for a range of officers, because you get like 15 to 20 officer shards a day. So hopefully we get something like that for a different grouping of officers this year.
I wish we had in-game, especially for newer players, like an information where can I get that officer, because that's totally missing.
And you have that in your chart.
You could ask CDB to do a Find My Officer.
There is a separate chart. Yeah, we have a link in my chart to the sourcing chart, but it's still a little bit, not all the data is in there because we don't know all the ops ranges when stuff unlocks. It's a part of it is a guesstimate, because you will need to check every sourcing option on every ops level, and that's just not feasible. But yeah, there's a link in my sheet to the sheet we have for sourcing that's been created by Schultz, and he had it taken over from somebody else. So it's all a community effort and a lot of different people adding to it.
Lawson, can I put you in charge for just a little bit? I gotta make sure the breakfast is going well for Dr. Mom. So,
okay,
you're just Lawson in charge.
you can cut whatever you want later.
Yeah, I can edit it out for sure.
So the time mark is 1:19:52.
Yeah. We'll do that. Sorry, I'll be back quickly then.
Oh dear.
So let's see how much of the stream we can kill.
How many times can we
I can still hear, by the way, so
joke?
just let you know.
Oh, it's even better that you can hear.
He's trying to say something and we can't hear him.
Yeah, now we can't hear him. He's trying to tell us not to be bad, but all right. So now it's time to go nuts. But... Let's go. I don't have an NDA. I can say anything I want. No, but
well, that's true.
What do you guys think about the Outpost sourcing? I don't think we've touched on that yet, unless you did while I was losing power and coming back.
I think I can say that.
Go ahead, Tarpy.
It's not good. It's not good. It needs to be better.
Yeah, agreed.
My
I
honest
think
thing,
it's awful. Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't done anything Outpost related in the last week or so. Well, I've been super busy with a lot of things, so you'd think I put them on in the background just because I could, but I just couldn't be bothered recrewing my ships to do it because I've got them all set up for doing the hostiles for the Bija and stuff. So I didn't bother.
I find
it's a tricky thing.
the 6 hour thing is painful, and the I know, and now because the sourcing is bad, I'm sort of saving the directives for when there's a battle pass, which is they keep saying is coming. So it's sort of like I'm not playing them, and then you're not interested. And the big payout, I guess, from the officer or from the Outpost refinery is the $10,000 fleet commander slot. Right? Isn't that what they valued it at? About 10 grand?
Yeah.
Stupid high.
But no one's making progress towards that. It's
a tricky thing.
Slow going.
And
Quasel.
I mean, because it's not that we're getting very few if you're a spender. Because if you're a spender and can pull the Elite pack, you're getting 12 normal starts and 5 Elite. So that's 17 starts a month. That means you need to do 1 each other day to burn down your directives. That's not too few sourcing. It's too few for lower ops ranges. And the payout is too low because people can't do that stuff on their ops level. And that's the main issue I see. It's not the sourcing of the directives, because I think more would be hard for some people to even run. If you think about it, 17 starts, if you're a spender. I mean, sure, a little bit more for the free-to-play would be good, but I think it's more about the payout of it, because I get the feeling they base the payout calculations on having Cisco and the primes, and then it's okay. Especially if you can do some of the new shenanigans we have come up with, like using surveys and loot crews and stuff like that.
God.
And if you're in the proper bracket for it, because I'm now at 80k plunder from the last few days, just burning down a little bit of my stockpile. So it's more a scaling issue for free to play and lower spend players, and making maybe the Prime available for free or Cisco easier accessible, because that's the problem. People don't get enough payout, especially in G6 and lower.
The one thing I would say, Quasel, about the G6 stuff is you get some directives, but I will say the way that I would run them if I had my druthers is I would do 176, which is I'm gonna get 2 or 3 retaliation hostiles on to get the loot from killing the outpost, and then I would go down to 70 and or 73 depending to run for all of the plunder. So you basically have to run twice as many, and that first one only takes 20 minutes because if I do a 76, even with 4 ships, I'm killing 4, maybe 5 retaliation hostiles. So I'm punching up quite a bit to do that, and that actually gets you some of those material chests. I will say that the other loot, when you start to get the officers tiered up, it's like 60k to get tier 3 of the hierarch, which I just did recently. So I had to kill a lot of outposts to get there. So and I had to stop sourcing everything else to do it. So I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. And I think that it will depend. I think what the
stop talking about Iron Chef. Stop talking about Iron Chef.
Yeah. We're not talking about him anymore.
Switch back to PG.
125,
15.
Yeah.
You guys did a wonderful job.
But Tarpy, you wanted to say something else?
Yeah. So I just remember back to them at the very beginning of the Outpost arc, saying that they were not always going to run the outposts, and that they would show up and that they'd go away. And as much as I completely agree that the loot is not what it needs to be, I think this is what they've done to make it so that we are running the same number of outposts over the same amount of time that they had intended us to do in the first place. And so it's like, and I just want to point out that for those people who think that we can't say things against Scopely if we have an NDA, I'm being pretty critical right now. And so I think that was, they saw the feedback, they knew they needed to give us something, and they gave us something, and then they took away with the other hand. And I always find that business practice just really deplorable. And it just makes it worse to think that, you know, whatever sourcing we were going to have for the Outpost directives might have changed because, and I'm not blaming players, that they had a plan for us to get X number of loot over the right amount of time, their plan, and they're still so balancing it to do that.
That was clearly the plan. That was clearly that they're balancing out the amount of loot over time. That's clearly what they're doing. But you know, the thing that I will say is that they didn't give us enough early on because it takes so long, because it's to really experiment. And I think that's the piece that players are missing that would make it, I think, more fun and get more engagement.
You know, I'm not sure how everyone else is doing, but when I'm looking at my directives, I am pretty much like, I can't spend them quick enough because I need my ships for other things. So this has been maxed out for a while. I think this is going to be maxed if I don't collect it today. So, but a lot of other people are very aggressive and they run it constantly, right?
Yeah. And I sent you a screenshot about the loot amount people get in low G6, just to make the point clear why it's not enough what they are getting. I have assumed that they can get kind of 8 starts for the regular basic ones and 2 for the elite ones. And then they are ending up at about 430 loot per day from the plunder with a very rough estimate. So, and that's not even close enough to pull Cisco or stuff like that. So they need to scale it up.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Or to give us the Prime for free or whatever. You have it in your DMs if you want to show it.
Let me pull that up real quick. Oh, this one is green too. All right.
Yeah. But that's been the colors chosen.
Well, it's good because then people know it's your work. So, oops.
No, that's based on Jules' calculator. I just made a rough napkin math summary to give me an idea how many you will get per day if you are running and whatever. So everybody can use that to have a guesstimate if it's even worth for them to kind of even buy the additional elite starts, because you have to pay a hefty amount of 1,200 plunder to even get a second or fourth start. So that's like assuming you can do a 60 regular and a 60 elite. So that's maybe a mid G6 player, and they should get more out of it, if you ask me.
Okay, so I have it on screen.
Because
let me zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. All right, so what are we showing here, Quasel?
So you can see on the left-hand side that the total sourcing you can get and the sources, like from Alliance tournament. So if you're Adept or Master League, go get them. We will get, if the posting was correct, one start for free from the Battle Pass that's coming in the next days, and you can get 2 more starts from the paid track of it and the Elite start. And then you have a for free sourcing of 3,000 directives over a month. So that's the summary. So you can get at best 12 starts. and 5 elite ones. And I assumed a free-to-play-ish player can do 8 starts because they don't get the elite stuff, and they might not even be in Master League. So that's why I said, okay, they can do 8 starts and 2 elite, because you have a half a start per week. So if you get that, you have 2 elite starts. Because if you want another one, you need to pay 1,200 for it. And you can see that they barely make 2,000 on an elite. So yeah, they could go a little bit up, but they would need to do twice of them. And that's assuming you can do a full run of it. So from start to finish and have a little bit of a loot bonus. So you need Cisco and you need the Prime to make it even close worthwhile, because then the numbers change dramatically, because you can go up to 400% on that, and then you're getting 1,600 or more. And that's then a whole different story. But I think they kind of, I don't know why, it feels too low to get there.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think if they did increase some of the loot, it would really help. I think historically that happens, right? Either there's a prime, right, that you can get for some of the from some of the loot, but over time they have seemed to either sped it up, the collections, or increase the loot, or find other ways for it to be distributed. So hopefully that'll happen sooner than later, so everyone can benefit and get more stuff out of the store. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting.
Another point that we can be constructive, and that's why I try to come up with numbers to give feedback to them, so they might change it, or maybe somebody is listening and say, okay, maybe we should tweak that up because we did expect higher amounts, maybe, or expect people have a better chance at doing them. And that might change when we get now more outpost related officers, so people have an easier time to crew 2 or 3 ships. So
I think the new officers will help. Yeah, I think that the new officers will help a lot with the outpost, but I think it's going to be for low spend or free to play. It's going to be a long time before they get there. And so I think, the calibration of this, I think, is going to be rough, as it always is, because they've essentially got 2 very different populations, because they've given access to people who are willing to spend to a lot, and if they really jazz up the loot, they'll get a huge amount. So I think it's hard. I just find, the Alliance tournaments did help a lot, though, Quasel. I think that makes a huge difference. Those starts help quite a bit.
That's true. As we go into the interim events, you saw the blog posts that came up. Again, the comms were really good for that. But is there anything that you think you might get out of the interim week, or is this more of a take it and we'll go and do something else during that time? Anything you like about the interim week coming up?
Lots of opportunity to spend materials. Yeehaw!
Yeah, just skip it. Sorry, but if it's the same like New Year's and it seems like it's like, why?
Yeah, I think if you have the materials to spend, then you might as well. Yeah. But what else are you going to do with other than win leaderboards? So
yeah. I just
Omega J asked a question about whether they should go for this spend event or Galactic Rush. That is a pretty broad question. I think you're going to have to decide, what suits you. I think the spend event now it's just a solo leaderboard. I think it's very expensive to get a few shards. So unless you're really going to compete, I scored some points, but I'm not going to get any shards. I think I'm in 11th place right now. And I did it actually for the Vengeance is Mine aspect. So if you're trying to min-max it, you could think about Galactic Rush, or you might even decide to hold it even longer and wait till next month and try and get officer sourcing for the next set of officers, because this weekend it's a solo leaderboard. So unless you're in a sweet spot, you're going to struggle to get much out of it. There's no SMS attached to it.
That's true.
I look at Galactic Rush a little bit differently, I think, than a lot of people. I'm not going to finish it by any means. I think if they structure it like they did last time, it is pretty stinking crappy. But I'll do a milestone or two because it lines up with a daily, and I need to do the dailies. And I won't sweat it because I still need to do a daily or two. And I'll be grinding hostiles, or I'll need to do waves or something. So it's like if it lines up with what I'm already doing, I'm not going to stress about it. And I remember we also had criticisms over the last year or two saying I always hoard all of my event currency, or I hoard all of my mats for the weekend officer auctions. And while I don't think Galactic Rush is the right way to do it, I like the fact that Scopely is giving us more options to spend mats at different times, to not feel like we can only progress on particular Saturdays.
Right. And I agree with that, because that is something Coda kind of does that a little bit, but it's different materials or different things that you use to level up. But then for this, it is a event that is not just during the weekends, and it has milestones, right? So that's the helpful thing.
I don't know. I find Coda does ask you to spend a lot of your stuff. It's almost like a clearance sale thing for Scopely. Come spend all your stuff, and maybe you'll get something, because often it's coupled with the SLVs, isn't it, that makes you have to fight for it.
Of the Ascendant.
But I haven't really taken part in those because I haven't had the mats, or I'm using them somewhere else. I tend to spend things as I need them rather than hoard them like some people. I don't play the game to, be optimal. I'm not an optimal guy. I will play it how I want to play it, how I feel like I want to play it on that day. That's how I will do it, because I want to enjoy the game. I don't want to be, oh God, I can't do anything for 3 months because I need to save up for Coda.
By the way, Naz is in the audience, and he was super kind enough to send us some goodies this past week. So I actually have the Bucky shirt, Naz, over here that he sent. One for me, one for Dr. Mom, some beaver nuggets, and some other goodies from there, including a stuffed animal, Bucky, which Dr. Mom is like, that's her support animal now for her dissertation. She had a very, very long, difficult class on yesterday. And so she came home, and I saw her hugging the beaver, the Bucky's beaver there. So it was kind of nice. So thank you, Naz, for sending that to us, and appreciate it. So yeah, Bucky's. I've never been to a Bucky's. I'm sure it's a thing for a lot of you, but I've never been into a Bucky's. No. Dr. Mom just really likes stuffed animals. So there you go. Rather butter pecan. But thank you, Naz, for the sub. Appreciate it as well. I'm getting alerts like crazy.
Does any of it smell like cinnamon?
No, no cinnamon.
Okay,
even the beaver nuggets didn't smell like cinnamon, so we're okay. we're okay. Naz is the president of our Aloha Diz fan club, so we're very appreciative of him sending some stuff. I'm getting notifications like crazy, like there's airline flights canceled and everything else. Everyone, you guys all safe in the North Tarpey, Lost Inn? You guys okay? It's not.
I'll say I live in Minnesota, so you can extract from that what you want about whether or not we're okay. But weather-wise, we're okay.
Okay.
We're getting a fair bit of
some
snow.
issues.
I think that blip earlier was we lost power for a second. We switched over to generator, which caused the servers to reboot in the house. But we flipped back, so I think we're back on service power. So we'll see how it goes. We're probably gonna get a foot here, I would bet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, it's funny because I saw the flights and I was getting texts because they had to cancel flights here, not because of the weather, because the volcano is shooting off on the Big Island. So they canceled all the flights there because they're spewing rocks into the air, and the planes fly over and near the volcano, so they didn't want the volcanic lava rocks to hit any of the planes. So we have people stranded.
Can't turn?
Was that?
The planes can't turn?
No, apparently not.
These things go
There's
like
a big volcano there exploding. Maybe just take a right.
Right at Albuquerque. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how far and wide. It could be because it's rocks and whatnot, but it could be the volcanic ash that's going to go into the engines and then affect the flights or whatnot. So
I was going to suggest, is it the ash? Because I know when there was one erupted, I don't think I don't know if it was Iceland, somewhere over in Europe, over Quasar's Way. There was an eruption, and literally all the flights in Europe and England were affected by just the ash in the air, apparently. So it's more the ash than anything that messes up the planes.
Oh, okay. So that probably is it. Yeah, but I was getting texts that people are stranded over here and they can't get back home.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, for any Brit that's stuck out there, can't get home, they're probably laughing. They're like,
yeah,
I don't have to work. It's great.
You have to work. Yeah. I think that's the thing, right? If you get delayed and you get stuck somewhere, Hawaii's not a bad place to get stuck in. So
it's not really. I mean, it could be worse. It could be lost in his driveway because he's got too many cars and too much snow.
Wow.
I mean, it's a real problem. My landscaper can't get in with the plow.
Oh,
good for you. I mean,
I did listen to your stream last night.
Somebody,
yeah,
I think some would like to have your problems. I mean, honestly. So good thing.
I mean, I was going to say, do you have like a carport thing overhead, and just how big is that to cover your cars, from the snow?
We do not. We have a garage. It's a really old house, so the garage is tiny. So we managed to fit. I hate talking about this because as I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, it sounds terrible. I mean, it's not going to stop me, but so we were able to fit 2 of the smaller cars in the garage, but we still have 3 outside of it, and it's blocking one of the entrances to the driveway so that the plow can't get all the way through when they finally come through. So
get rid of some of the cars, job done.
It's a real problem. I mean,
first world problems over there, sir.
Yeah.
How are the new cars, by the way? Are you enjoying your new cars?
Yes. They're great. You know what the funny thing is though? I was driving a Tesla before, and you just get used to the interface, and so like it's just the interface is different, which is annoying just because it's different, not because it's bad. But I think I said this on stream last night, but my daughter was like in the car last night. I was taking her to her friend's house, and we were on this back road. There's like this long straight part, and there were no cars around, so I just like stopped the car and then floored it and got to 40 miles an hour in like one second. And she was like, "Whoa, that's fun!" So it's a fun car.
We do that, yeah. That's electric for you.
Yeah,
we do that for you. The linear, I don't know the English word for it, the linear power that they have. Despite the linear acceleration, it's like insane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Omega J.
Omega J.
All those
so
bits.
Naz, I don't have a helicopter. I don't have a helicopter pilot. I did have a friend joke that I should buy a personal drone, which they do sell, by the way, to get to.
Thank you, Broken Wolf.
But I'm pretty sure New York City would freak out if I came in a drone.
Isn't Boeing planning to do like drone flights in like a couple of years, or from?
Wait, could you be Rocket Man? Like you could have a jetpack.
Yeah, you could do that too.
That would be cool.
Anyway, let's talk about something else. I sound terrible.
No, let's continue talking about this. This is pretty cool.
Okay,
this is how we learn.
Yeah.
Also, you've worked hard. You should absolutely be proud of what you've accomplished.
It's Linux versus Android on your consoles between your cars, so that's why you're feeling the difference. But I always thought Android was fairly close to Linux in the way it's built underneath. So it's always the UIs, because it's like getting a different phone, isn't it? You know, you go from Samsung to another Android phone, and it just feels completely different, even though it's the same operating system underneath. So
see, that's why I use an iPhone, and you're safe.
But I agree with you about your cars. But I'm going to imagine that being in the States, most of them are automatic, aren't they?
Yeah, now this was like 10 years ago. I was trying to buy a car, and I wanted to get a stick shift, and I had to special order it. Like, you know, like they had to order one from the factory, so I had to wait like 4 months.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Thank you for the follow, Has Plans. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm showing on the screen. This is an older video, but this is the volcano erupting and spewing up all the ash.
Okay. Minnesota might stink for a lot of reasons when it's this cold, but I don't have to worry about that.
It's the reason why more people go grey.
That's pretty crazy. Look at that.
That's the wrong kind of snow.
Yeah, so I guess if there's this much ash going into the air, it's going to definitely clog up some of the jet engines. Is that DJ's kitchen?
Well done. That's a good one.
We were trying to pretend it was a volcano.
It's a volcano, yes.
You know what you need to do is send me that video. I've got an idea.
You have okay.
Is that?
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Well, it's on YouTube, so I'll copy it and I'll send it over to you.
Send me the link.
Boston's as bad as me for taking something out of context.
Is this your response to the cheesecake?
By the way, Tarpy, DJ
is that your bowel movements after it?
What? I'm sorry.
DJs didn't mind the walk-on, so I didn't have to blame you. He liked it.
No.
Oh wait, Tarpy, watch this part. This is the good part. So see how it's getting a little bit closer, and then it's going to hit the camera.
To make me feel better.
Well, you're not here, so it's okay. It's okay. I think it destroys the camera.
Not enough to not get the footage, though.
Yeah. Well, now it is. Look at that. It's on the lens.
Oh my God. There it goes. Wow.
Oh goodness.
So, aren't there volcanoes? There's volcanoes other places.
No, like, just in Hawaii. There's no volcanoes anywhere else.
Okay, so Welsh Warlock brings up the caldera under Yellowstone, which is supposed to just turn into a giant earth pimple sometime in the next several millennia. But I feel like I'm not that worried about it, because we'll all just be gone and we won't know and it'll be fine.
Yeah, this is a small eruption on the Big Island.
That's what she said.
Lost it. It's Earth pimples. This is, you know, Earth having acne, right. And
thank you for all the bits. Appreciate it, everybody. All right. Final thoughts. Samuel should be coming on in about 10 minutes or so. And she'll be celebrating her 4 years being in Star Trek Fleet Command. She's made it through all that time. We're very proud of her for also having her stream anniversary and her birthday. It's her birthday month, I believe. And then going up to G7 Ascension today. So hopefully you get to join her and stick around, and we'll raid into her in just a little bit. But final thoughts, anything that's, we'll ask this to Loston because some of us know information. Is there anything that you think might happen next month? Anything that you would want to happen next month as we continue, which I'm guessing is the second part of this TMP kind of section of the game? But is there anything that you would want to have in the game?
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the third officer of the set. Hopefully that's a good officer and that works well with synergy. So I'm looking forward to that. As everybody knows, I do like I like Outposts as a concept. So I like the Outpost officers. And I've heard that we're getting some really rough hostiles. So I'm actually looking forward to the crewing challenge that may or may not present, and we'll see how that goes. I'm anticipating that we'll see a benefit to the refinery with that we'll see a harder hostile, maybe something that comes with it that creates a different type of loot and a different type of reward in the refinery if we're staying true to form in Scopely form. So I think all of that's good. Hopefully they give a little bit more life to the Excelsior. I use the Excelsior for like exactly 6 minutes a day to just click the button 4 times and then send it home. So it would be nice if that, iconic ship got a little bit more utility out of it. But so that's what I think is probably going to happen. We'll see how close or how far I am from guessing that, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's cool. Anything from Netniv, Quasar, or Tarpy that you can share that won't violate anything?
I think I would say you probably expect more of the same as always. More hostiles, more things to do, more chests to buy. For Loston, and
totally free to play.
Totally free to play.
I mean, what I've liked from this arc, and I say this to people, is a lot of people complain that it's not so cut and dry with the whole, pipe my own chain kills everything thing. And I do like the fact that things are different. You got to think about your officers and try things. And I've had 1 or 2 people reach out to me, and I'm not the greatest with crews. And then I've helped them out with it. And that's been fun, saying, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? And getting them to think about things. And then they come back and go, oh, I did this and I got this far and I did this. And you know what? I'm getting closer. And there was a guy trying to defeat the Ops 71 hostiles and with his NE. And between us, we managed to get him to at least defeat them. It's like, it's going to be, as we would say in the UK, it's going to be a ball ache to get through it all, but it's doable. It's now not a, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, hopefully going forward, that will be good for him.
Yeah,
but that's the kind of thing I'm getting from this arc, and from probably the last couple. Is
I love the banners, MJ hat. Thank you. Quasar?
Well, it's gonna be, or let's say it's gonna stay interesting crewing wise, most likely. So that's what I like about it. They kind of forcing us to try different combinations, and we get coming up with older officers that haven't been that much, and stuff like that. I hope they get the balancing right. And I mean, of course, we all know some of the stuff that might come, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to how people react and with what ideas people come up. So that's I guess for me the most interesting part, like the challenge to figuring out, okay, what's the best way to do the new loop or the new stuff you like with the hostiles this month. And I think the challenge will continue for a lot of players, because a lot of players are yet not even there for the current hostiles to get them done properly. So yeah. Work on your officers.
Oh, and officers, yeah. I'll give you the final word.
That's a lot of pressure, sir. Especially after really good comments from the other guys. So I think what I can and will say is I think that if you look at what we got this month, and we know that there's probably another month of something similar, right? We got a ship this month, which means if we look at how they've done everything else, we will not get a ship next month. And what month have any of us played this game and there not been one or more officers? So we can make some assumptions on that. And I don't think that any of that is breaking anything, because we're looking at past trends. Like, we're literally looking at the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And like so I'm intrigued by how it's going to come out. So I think people, I will quote what DJs was saying before this arc and say that I think it's also accurate that it's not all going to be there on day one. So like I think that is, I think people just need to be patient and it will be okay.
Or just enjoy the anticipation of what's to come.
Yeah.
Because, that's part of the fun too, is like there's things that are exciting that are coming, and you kind of just enjoy that. Thank you, Major Samuel. You guys are very kind. Samuel, don't you have to start up stream pretty soon? Or did you start up stream? What are you doing here? Are we having mic issues? Oh, sorry. Let me turn that back up again. Okay, volume low. Thank you very much. Yeah. I think, there's a lot to look forward to. I'm kind of like anything else, looking forward to the next month and seeing what challenges are in store. I do want to make sure that I get Uhura unlocked by that time, and hopefully that'll happen here really soon. Whatever new features come out, I hope people enjoy it and do very well. Oh, Tarpy, Vengeance update. How are you doing on your Vengeance? You're pretty close,
Vengeance?
Right?
I am at 960 out of 1,000. And so I'm currently debating, is it worth it getting that from loot from the Outpost refinery? Or do I do one more Vengeance is Mine SMS and get 10 too many?
That one.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, so it's I also need to wait and see what the quota is next month and how that will kind of line up. Like, I'm not in a rush. I want it when it's the right time for me to spend the stuff.
That makes sense. Yeah, be efficient with the spend. We didn't come in second. We came in third. So we're still 100
so close.
Shards short. But I was way behind everyone else. I was in like the 300s before the last Vengeance is Mine event. But they went ham on it. So I couldn't keep up with that. But I'm very glad that I'm this close. So hopefully we'll get this done soon, and maybe then it's going to have to be the next Vengeance is Mine. I can't spend enough of the plunder to get the blueprints, but I hope you unlock it pretty soon, and then we'll be asking Lost In for tips of how to crew the Vengeance and everything else.
You and I are twinning G7 over here.
No, I only went to G7 because of you. So your suggestion on the tokens. I actually I'm very glad that I'm here at the beginning of the generation. It's a different experience for me, and I'm enjoying it. It is a little bit of a challenge, which I haven't had before. I don't think I've missed out on a lot of things. I mean, I got the officers, which is usually the thing that I'm worried about. Is I got the officers. So I got where's Sulu? Sulu's here somewhere. And what? So many banners flying across the screen. Let me do.
Oh, there goes Stamina.
Oh, is she on? Nope.
Just went live.
Awesome, perfect. Yeah, I got Sulu to tier 2. So,
nice.
So even with different events, and we're almost halfway to tier 3. So, and then Uhura is going to be unlocked hopefully pretty soon, and then we'll have the 3rd officer next month, as everyone's been mentioning. So yeah, so that's very much
leaks. Nobody mentioned it. You leaked it.
I think historically there hasn't been a month where we haven't had a new officer. So I think we're pretty safe.
Look at him trying to walk that back. Look at him trying to walk.
I mean, he just followed up on what I said, right?
He's not wrong.
Because it's like,
yeah, he's not wrong.
We haven't ever had a 1 month arc.
2 months where we.
I can't believe Chef tore up the NDA on stream.
I know. Oh shucks. Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
It was nice while it lasted.
Quickly looks at who's on the channel right now.
Yeah. They're not watching me. So who would want to watch me?
Weekend, they're pretty quiet.
All right. Well,
if anything happens, us 4 could say it was Lost In, not us.
It was me. I said that there was going to be an officer. You guys just agreed with me.
There you go. There we go. We're all losing our NDAs.
You didn't have to,
That's fine.
Never mind. I was going to make a joke, but the problem is it'll get taken out of context. So I won't even make it.
Look,
we never have things taken out of context, Lost In.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Nobody takes things as no. There's no context lost. Never ever.
I mean, one of the biggest things that, and I was talking with Retrieving about this the other day. I was like, okay, now I can't theory craft because people are going to think that it's a leak. And so I also can't go and say, well, I'm not NDA'd. I don't know what's coming. And now I can't do any of that. And that was one of my genuine, favorite things to be like, I wonder if we're going to get XYZ thing. So.
Ooh, I can start a raid.
Yeah. I did love those.
You can start a raid. Yeah, you're a moderator.
Holy crap.
You've got the power.
Well, speaking of raids, our good friend Major Samuel is now live. Has 6 minutes until she's starting. But if you wouldn't mind, just we're going to raid over to her, hang out for a little bit, spam her chat. What should be the raid message for today? Any kind of raid message we should tell everyone to do? No ideas.
Oh gosh.
Just do all the giggities. Just do all the giggities, and I'm sure she'll appreciate it. It is Major Samuel's birthday, G7 Ascension, and 4th game anniversary today, starting up on January 25th. It's also we're going to celebrate Dr. Mom's birthday weekend as well with some breakfast, which is turning out to be lunch by now. But we'll actually do that and watch Major Samuel on the TV while she celebrates. So
I thought your raid message could be you only had one job.
No. Thank you, Tibbs, for the raid. Thank you, Lost In, for jumping in. Netniv, Quazo, and of course, our very first time on the show, our good friend Tarpitude Thank you for all of you being here this morning. It was a wonderful time, and bridging the gap between the wonderful Tibbs to Major Samuel as part of the Warp Drive 5 continuum that is happening today. So we will see you all real soon. Hui ho, and let's raid on over to Major Samuel as she celebrates a very special milestone. Stick around, give her all the giggities, and we'll be raiding out in 3, 2, 1.